Hi friends, welcome to Creating with Jovi and welcome to the flip through of this unicorn journal. I love the way that it turned out and I want to share it with you. So this is actually an altered book, and so you'll see the gorgeous images inside. And so this is the actual cover to the book. And I added some fabric to the top and to the bottom, and you can see the stitching all the way around. So I want to show you the spine. I tossed around the idea of covering it or putting a doily on it or something like that, but the stitching is so precise I decided against it. The new owner certainly can add something to the spine if she would like to. Now the back of the book was not very attractive at all, the actual book cover. So I decided I would go ahead and sew fabric to the outside of it and to the inside. So that's what you see there, okay? So now I want to show you the inside. Before I do, because I sometimes forget as I'm flipping through, to show you all the cute little bead dangles here on the bottom. There are seven signatures in here. So there are 7 bead dangles. And then let me give you a look at the gorgeous, hold on. At the gorgeousness here. And I had so much fun creating these little pom-pom dangles, and I want to share with you, these were sent to me. So at any rate, but doesn't it look delicious? It really, I just love the way that this looks. Now before we get into the actual flip through, real quick, I want to give a shout out to all of my friends that sent me goodies to make a unicorn journal. Fun Size Crafter, Paper Confessions with Karamia, It's a Deal, Virginia Martin Author, Soleil and Craft, Martha Makes Art, Penny's Crafty Creations, and MJ Reyes. So thank you all for sending me so many of the wonderful goodies that are in here. Even the fabric from the cover was sent to me, and the pom-poms. And you're going to see something, this is something I've never done before here. So Virginia actually sent me some napkins with unicorns on them. And I didn't want to do the usual thing that I do with napkins. But before we get into the napkin, I wanted to let you know I went ahead and put a charm up here, and it's a blue unicorn. But anyway, I want to do something a little different with the napkins other than what we usually do with them. So I turned this into a paper napkin flip. So there's papers inside, and so this can be written on. Now, if over time this started to get ratty, I don't know that it will. It depends on how rough it gets handled. It might stay like this forever, but if it gets rough, it can be removed. A piece of paper can be put over it, and then a piece of, say, trim, and you'd never know that this was here. I think it'll be fine, but just wanted to mention that. Over here is one of the little things that was given to me as well. Now you're going to see a lot of this blue trim on many of the pages, and this I picked up at the thrift store. So here's one of the little pom-pom dangles that I made, and I just took a thread and put it through the pom-poms and then added it to a bulb pin, and I just think they're so cute. And the pom-poms were actually sent to me. So here on the first page, the whole story is still in this journal. It is in order. I started this on a live if you wanted to see how I began, and I'll show you how I took the book apart and how we started to put pages back together. That's all in the Friday Live, and I'll try to remember to link that below in the description box. But anyway, the illustrations are gorgeous, and on this page the only thing I did was add a little bit of stickles just to give it that unicorn magic shine. So many of the pages are going to have trim, and many of the pages are going to have washi tape that has been reinforced with glue. And the trim was sent to me by one of the crafty friends that I mentioned. Oh, also this sparkly trim, you'll see some of this throughout, and that was sent to me too. And things like the stickers, that was sent as well. Here's one of the bead dangles, simple but really pretty. This right here, this trim was sent to me by Virginia. I turned it into a ruffle, and it had wire in it. Just pull the wire out. If you have trim and you feel like, oh, I can't use it because it's got wire in it, just pull the wire out, no problem. I woke up like this, the sticker says, and that was sent to me as well. So look at this gorgeous image from the book. Isn't it beautiful? And here I actually sewed this charm on because it's got these two hooks, and so I went ahead and sewed that on. And then when we flip the page over to this side, because you could see the thread, I just went ahead and covered it with some fabric. Here we have, let me pull this down so you can see the cute little unicorn paper clip that was made by my friend Gwen Offit Designs. I will link her in my description box. And actually, she gave me a code to give to you guys, which is, I'm going to double check it and I'll put it in the description box, but it should be Jovi15. For 15% off, okay? And so here we've got a couple of tags. So cute, right? Gorgeous book pages. Unicorns are real, and a fabric tab. Some pretty stickers. Here's the second signature. The signatures are not huge. That's why there's many of them. And that had to do with the way that I put the journal back together using the book pages in order. Hopefully that makes sense. Beautiful trim on both sides, gorgeous unicorn sticker, some nice little ruffly trim, and another sticker, a book page. So pretty. I just love it. I'm crazy about it. Here's our first pocket. This is a scrapbook page here. This cute little thing was sent to me. All the papers that you see throughout that look like this came in a little spiral notebook. I just took them out, cut the spirally part off of the top, and voila, we had a writing page. And then these all were sent to me as well. Okay, here we have one of those cards, index cards, glued to an envelope. We did some stenciling on the live. You'll see here that I put this, it says smile, and I used 2 brads, and to cover the brads on this side, I just added some fabric there just so that they wouldn't show. And then here we flip this open, and inside we have a pretty little unicorn and a pretty little unicorn note card. Another book page with a fabric tab on it. The tabs are made from the leftover, or actually the scrap pieces of fabric that I used on the cover. All right, so here I took a very large die cut that was also gifted to me, and I added it here as a pocket over a page that we did some stenciling on, and then here's this really pretty trim going down the edge. And then this was sent to me. This I had in my stash, as well as this. And then this is part of the ink scrapbook paper kit that I used, I think 3 large 8.5 by 11 pages in here. So on this side is another one of the cute little unicorn paper clips, and I just added a tag and some tickets. Some pretty little stones down here. Index card with several pages of writing paper here over top of a gel printed page on vintage paper, by the way. And this is similar here. We've got some paper over top of this really pretty gel print with sparkles in it. I hope you can see the sparkles. Some of that trim that was gifted to me. Another sticker. A little unicorn charm in purple this time. Just an easy stenciled page with a pretty sticker on it that coordinates really well with this book page. So pretty. Here we have another one of the charms. Of course, when I show them to you in the beginning, then suddenly I remember to show them to you during the flip through. We have a nice little flip here, but then this opens up. It's an envelope that was gifted to me, and it's just got a nice pretty piece of green paper and a little bit of stenciling on this page. Alright, so when I glued in the envelope, I went ahead and glued it right here. So this is the flap of the envelope, which we turned into a tuck spot. And so this is one of the inky scrapbook pages I was telling you about. And so that was a cut apart from the same kit. More of our purple paper. And then this cute little card. Here is a index card paper flip over top of gel print. Several pages. All of these have several pages, so there's a lot of space for writing in this journal. Actually, quite a bit of space, because you'll have these with, usually most of them have 3 or 4 pieces of paper, and then there's a lot of these nice plain pieces of paper. So like I said, lots of room for journaling. Some trim here. Another beautiful book page with this cute little flat back that was gifted, along with some of the trim that I got at the thrift store, and another one of our pom-pom dangles. So cute. Here we have another one of our adorable paper clips. An index card that was also gifted, as well as this cute little unicorn here. This little guy I had in my stash, and this is some handmade paper that I made. I'll have a tutorial coming up on that soon. Actually, I did a collaboration with Tanya of Side Gig Crafts, and so hopefully that'll be coming up soon, probably in about a month. Here is some trim and another one of these flips. Again, 4 pieces of paper. Wait, 3 or 4? 4 pieces of paper here over top of some purple gel print with sparkles in it. Vintage paper, beautiful page from the book. Nice trim here. Cute little sticker. I tried to go around the outside of the sticker where it was white and add a little bit of color to it. Another one of our paper flips with lots of pieces for writing. Pretty piece of pink stationery. I think I did go buy a little bead dangle. This one's so cute because it has 2 hearts on it, and they're purple and pink. Oops. Aren't they pretty? Alright, so I think I said pink stationery, and then some pink paper. This is another piece of the scrapbook paper. Have a magical day. I added a pocket here. So I was also sent some rub-on transfers, and so that's what this little unicorn is, and I put one here too. And then we just have some tags, and this has a little paper flip on the tag. Cute. This little bag has some goodies. I also did one of the transfers on here, and inside are one of the coloring pages, and then some stickers that Martha gave me. And then one of our little unicorn cards. There's a little dangle here. Beautiful paper from Penny of Penny's Crafty Creations. She created this, and it's just so pretty. And she mentioned, actually, when I was talking to her about it on the live, that she has a coordinating freebie. So check out her channel and get some access to that, because look how beautiful it is. Here we have, on the other side of that paper, we have this little tag, and this tag, and this unicorn. Over here we have a little flip. This flips open. Lots of writing space over this beautiful purple. I don't know if you can tell how shimmery it is, but I mean, it is gorgeous. That's a gel print. Lots of paper here. And then inside of this envelope is some really pretty stationery, and there's a couple of pages of that. I decorated the envelope with some washi tape and some stickers, and some feather stickers here. More of that really pretty stationery, and at the top I used some washi tape. This is over top of some gel print here. Another one of our paper flips. Over here we have a pocket, and we have this tag, and this tag, and this cute little index card. So cute. Beautiful image of a unicorn, and then Penny's paper. Over here there's more stenciling, you can see, and the last unicorn paper clip. So there's 4 total. And then this cute little unicorn index card, a pretty little tag with some lace on it, and then this pretty little tag. Some trim here and here. Cute little sparkly trim here with 2 of these. This is also on gel print, sparkly and beautiful. Coordinates so nicely. Here's the other side of the gel print on vintage paper. We created a pocket here and just put some nice big tags in here for writing. They can be decorated if the new owner would like to do that. Some washi tape. Pretty book page. This little charm was sent also with the goodies that were sent to me. This was a vinyl cling for like a cup. I thought I would go ahead and try to see if I could get it to go down on paper, and I was able to. So I was pretty happy about that. I think it makes a really cool embellishment. Some trim and a fabric tab. Used a little washi here. Pretty little gift tag with unicorn, but you know, junk journals, we add all these kinds of things, don't we? A nice little paper flip here with lots of pages over top of some pretty gel print. So this trim was sent to me, and I went ahead and created a little ruffle out of it, and then put the pink sparkly over top and then the little star at the top. I think it looks so magical. Over here we have another flat back that was sent to me, so cute. Pretty unicorn. Here we have a piece of paper, and I added a little pocket to it and just stuffed it full of tags and goodies. Here is a small tag. I didn't want to cover the book page images. You'll notice most of them, probably 99% of the pages, do not have pockets on them. But I thought, well, I think I can fit a small one here. So I did, and I added some small tags as not to cover anything up. Vintage playing card. I added some sparkly sequin trim. And then we have our book page and a writing page over here with some trim. Another paper flip here over top of some gel print. A little book page over here with a fabric tab. Over here's the other side of the gel print paper, I think. We're going to find out. I used some washi down the edge just to give it a little color. It was a little bit plain. Yeah, that's a gel print page, yes, with lots of paper to write on. Washi tape here and a fabric tab here. Beautiful book page here, just absolutely gorgeous. And the last page, also beautiful. And then this was given to me as well. And I thought they're a little bit bulky, but I thought that sometimes when you have something bulky, you can put it on the cover because there's usually a little bit of space here because of where the spine is. It usually creates a little bit of space, and it did fit in perfectly. And then there is the back cover. So there we are, my friends. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. Like I said, I'll try to remember to put the first video in the description box so you can check out how we got started if you want to. All right, my friends. Well, thanks for watching. See you soon.